Hi everyone, so it's V. I decided I'm gonna try to do like a vlog type thing. I tried to make a video like this before and the audio quality was just so bad and the video quality was so bad, I decided to get rid of it. But today I just wanted to take you on some chores I'm doing and errands I'm running and talk through some things that I've been thinking about for the new year. My last video was about how I was bullied out of my field placement and how that affected my mental health and everything. And I don't have that many followers still, but it's really interesting how that video kind of blew up, even in the most minor ways, and how people are so attracted to consuming content about trauma and hardship. I think that it's kind of like, you know, the bad news and the drama kind of sells. I think it's very interesting, but I got past 200 subscribers and I think for a few days I was getting a couple of new subscribers every day, which is really mind-blowing, just from posting that video, and it's been seen a lot more when I look through the analytics. Anyways, I'm not trying to spend the entire video talking about that, but I did want to talk through some things that I am thinking about for the new year. I'm taking things a little bit slow in terms of New Year's resolutions, intentions, and all that stuff. I just think that the past few weeks for me, past month, 2 months has gone by so quickly, and I really need to take a lot of time and move at my own pace and not try to jump into things. I've had to make a lot of decisions with school in a very short turnaround with not a very clear mindset. I mentioned at the end of the video that I switched from the clinical track to the macro track, and I just felt like I still wasn't really sure about that decision. I still wasn't really sure about it because in this program, if I had chosen to go to the macro track, the state where I live currently, I would not be able to get a clinical license until I go, after I graduate. If I got the macro degree, graduate, and then get additional clinical credits. And for a little bit, I was like, okay, I can do that. And I wanted to become a therapist, and I still gonna do, but I also see that there's a lot of faults in the therapy sort of model for healing. So there is also this idea of transferring, which I really do want to do just after looking at the curriculum and the course offerings for this program I want to transfer to. I just feel so much more excited by it. I would be able to take more specialized classes and more in-depth topics. And the thing with going to an online program and a part-time program is that you're very limited to what you can pick in terms of coursework and how in-depth you can study it. And I was just telling one of my friends yesterday that once I started school, I became really interested in going into topics in a lot more depth, and I wasn't able to do that in this online program. So I really do feel like transferring is the right move for me. Oh, by the way, we're going to the grocery store and it's literally just down the street. We're just going to pass a one-way light and we're gonna be there. I really do feel like transferring is the right move. If I decided to continue courses this semester, I would have too many credits to be able to transfer them over, because I would only be able to transfer 30 credits and I was at 27. So I decided to take a leave of absence, and I didn't tell the school that I am thinking about transferring yet. I want to apply and see if I get in first. I did submit my leave of absence request and did say that I would be on a leave of absence for 1 year. So I'm on a leave of absence. What am I gonna do? So that's really what 2021 is going to be for me. It's about refreshing. I really do feel like I need a clean start on a lot of things in my life. In 2020, I had a lot of different transitions. I left my job, which was becoming toxic, not as toxic as my internship, but you know, the nonprofit industrial complex gets to you. Also today I did my eyebrows, I did my eyes. I usually don't wear foundation or anything, but this is just a symbol of how much better I feel when I'm able to put myself together. I'm able to go to the grocery store, because before I didn't even want to eat, but now I'm like, okay, let's feed myself, let's take care of my body, which kind of leads me into what I want to do for 2021. I have this urge to really cleanse, and I know sometimes people use cleanse in a, I don't know, sort of a toxic way. It's really like diet culture and all that, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I am just looking to really get rid of things that bring bad energy for me, and I have had this urge to declutter. So I rushed home from my parents' place back to my own place. That's where I was driving from, and I really wanted to just declutter a lot of stuff. One, because I'm moving, and two, because I just want to get rid of stuff that isn't serving me anymore, and getting rid of things that I'm holding on to, things that I guess I've put some part of my identity onto some material objects, and I just want to get rid of them. And I also want to start slowly incorporating new practices into my life. And they're not necessarily New Year's resolutions, but just things that sometimes throughout the year, I may think, you know, I want to start doing this. I lost a lot of habits that I used to have in 2020, like yoga, like diligently using my bullet journal, which I have with me. I always write my grocery list in my bullet journal, meal planning and all that stuff. All of that kind of fell to the wayside in 2020, and I feel like this is a real break for me, because before, when I quit my job, I still had to go to school,
and then I got a part-time job, and I was going to school, and I was doing an internship at the same time, and then my part-time job ended, and then I was just doing my internship, but then that became a mess, and now I don't have anything.
And yes, I do have to find a job, because the finances bit is stressing me out just a little bit, but I did receive notice that I got some unemployment, just partial unemployment, a measly $158 a week. I have a little bit left in my savings where I feel like I can get myself through a couple more months while I do some job hunting and things like that. And I think I'm going to make another video about that topic. But for now, I'm going to go into the grocery store and we are going to get some food. Okay, I am back, done grocery shopping. I spent a little bit more than I planned to. There were some things that were labeled weird, and things weren't on sale and I thought they were on sale. I didn't realize until I had already paid for them. So I guess that's fine. I still spent under $50, and hopefully I will have enough food for more than a week. I am not entirely sure what else I will be doing today. I have so many different video ideas, and I want to use my leave of absence as, I'm not wearing my sunglasses, some time for me to really develop out this project and brand. I have a lot of ideas about what I want to do, and I have never been the type of person who could work for anyone. When I was in college, my original plan in life, I studied business in undergrad. And so I worked in consulting a little bit. Maybe I should not have left that career path. I worked in consulting, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to start my own organization that supported women and the word I used back then was minority-owned business, small business owners. I helped them, get their businesses off and successful using my business acumen from studying business in undergrad, and I feel like maybe I'm coming back to that in a way, but I have a little bit more of a healing justice lens on it. I just really like people to be successful. That's all I wanted to do. I had a really great part-time job when I was in undergrad working in career services, and I loved helping other students brush up their resumes and do all that. Before, I was talking a little bit about whether I still wanted to become a therapist, and I've been thinking about coaching as this alternative to therapy that's non-clinical, and I have other thoughts about that and thoughts about the proliferation of coaching on social media by people who I'm not sure what their frameworks are, I guess. It's starting to become like a pyramid scheme where there are coaches who help people become coaches, and eventually there's gonna be people who just don't need coaching because there's just coaches everywhere and they are coaches themselves. I don't know, it's a little bit weird, but I'm trying to find my niche and my voice in all of it. And I hope that another thing I want to do is I really want to start making more videos, start being more consistent, having more like this kind of content, vlogs and stuff like that, because I want to practice speaking and I want to practice expressing myself and having my clear voice basically and developing that. And I think that making videos more regularly and consistently will help with that. Can I talk and parallel park at the same time? Yeah, so I just went to a grocery store super close to my house, and while I was there I forgot that Aldi existed, and I kind of regret not going to Aldi. Okay, so I'm gonna go inside, and I think what I'm gonna do is it's 2. I need to prep some meals. I think that's what I'm gonna do, so let's do it. Okay, so I just did some meal prep things. I made some Vietnamese pickled carrots, and I cut up an onion to make soup later, and I boiled noodles for dinner / I'll figure out what I'm eating tonight, but I have somewhat of a plan. And I just had a conversation with one of my friends who was making some work-related decisions, so I'm kind of her personal career coach. And right now I am figuring out how to return my Progressive snapshot. So I have Progressive for car insurance, and I need to send back this device that is used to track how good of a driver I am to get a discount. So love a discount. I did get the discount. I just have to return the device. Something that I forgot to mention before in sort of my thoughts was I am thinking about doing a no spend year or no buy year. I did one, I think it was 2019, where I did one where I didn't buy makeup, books, hair dye, and alcohol. And I might want to try to expand on that this year, just because I don't have any income right now and I need to build my savings back up. So I'm thinking about doing that, but there are just certain things that I do want to buy, and maybe I can make up different parameters for myself on what I'm allowed to buy and what I'm not allowed to buy. Like I'm one of the things I want to do this week is clear out like my old makeup products and skincare products, and I do want to be able to buy replacements for some things, but just make very intentional purchases. So it's still something I'm thinking through. Yeah, so I'm going to figure out how to send this back, and we're going to go to the post office. So it is about almost 7 p.m. I managed to organize my non-stationary craft supplies. I still have my stationary bullet journaling stuff, and also threw out a bunch of old expired like medicines and vitamins and things like that. I have set aside a bag of things I want to donate. This is really the end of today, so I think I'm going to try to relax and chill out for the rest of the evening, and maybe I'll film a video tomorrow.